Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and we're back out at our new property. I keep saying the new property, our 80-acre off-grid cabin property. We're actually getting ready to start the pond really soon, so we're gonna hopefully be working on the pond real soon. But today we're setting up the pig trap, the big pig trap. You know, David Ellis, old yacht brought this down to us from a company called Big Pig Trap. And we've got a lot of pigs coming in on camera. Well, I say a lot, not a ton, but a couple big sows and some babies and a big boar hog. So we're gonna do some trapping. It's always good to remove the feral hogs off your property. I don't know if you guys can tell, the skies are dark. I'm not gonna say we've got a measurable amount of rain, but it is raining a little bit today for the first time in weeks, and it's about 78 degrees. The reason I haven't set this trap up yet is because it's been over 100 every day, and I really don't care to get out here when it's 100 degrees and mess with a pig trap. But deer season will be here before you know it, so we want to trap as many of these pigs as we can before deer season gets here so that the deer come in and feel safe, because the pigs usually run the deer out, and that's not what we want. But DJ's here with me today. She's not actually helping me set the trap up. She's up at the cabin putting sheets on the beds and stuff. We've got some projects going on with the cabin real soon, so a lot going on. I did name the property, just so you guys know. Nothing fancy. We are creek people, and this whole area is known for a big creek. Well, it's not a great big creek, but it's called Mill Creek. The area is called Mill Creek. So we're just going to call it the Mill Creek property. And because we're creek life people, so we wish the creek ran through here. It doesn't, however. But we got a couple helpers out here.
Yep.
You guys know how to set up a big pig trap?
No. Yep.
Riggin says he knows how, so I've never done it by myself before, so I'll just watch you guys do it.
Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while?
Yeah, I've been with my brother doing.
Line it up.
So dirty out here.
Nothing wrong with getting dirty.
This is hard.
You can do it.
Just lift that post. Yeah, I'm gonna lift that post. I can't.
Yes, you can. Quit saying you can't. All right, well, the trap is set up and baited. We put 50 pounds of corn out. Everything's ready to go. Got the camera all set up. Let me show you this. This camera is unreal. So like I told you guys, the trap is from a company called Big Pig Trap, but they use a camera system called the Hog Eye camera system. And this is a 24/7 live feed. I have an app on my phone. I can go in and see a live feed at any time. And obviously it's got a motion sensor, so anytime something comes into the trap, I can get a notification on my phone, pops up, and hit a button on my phone, and it trips that little lever inside. The trap drops. So it's a really cool design where the pigs don't ever feel like they're in a trap. The only problem is it requires a 12-volt deep cycle battery, like a trolling motor battery. Yep, forgot that at home. That's what the big box is for. It does have a solar panel to trickle charge, but without the battery connection, it's not enough to run the camera. So I'm just going to set up one of my Revel Tacticams for tonight. Obviously won't be able to trip the trap, but I've got to come back out here tomorrow and do some work. So I'll bring a battery, get it set up, and at least with this camera here, we'll be able to see if anything comes in tonight. Well, it's the next day and we're back to 100-degree temperatures. So much for the rain. Like, it was cool yesterday. It was nice. Cooled down 88, 90 degrees. No rainfall to do any good by any means. Just enough to be annoying and get you wet. But I've got a whole truckload of stuff. But I did bring my battery to put the battery on the hog trap. But more to come on this. Look, EcoFlow hooked us up with a whole new system. I'm not going to go in detail about that today, but we're going to have real power here soon. Real off-grid power, not just the little Delta Pro portable generators. But before I go install my battery, I checked my game camera and just to see if the pigs ever came in last night. The deer came in. No hogs showed up, which is perfectly fine. It'll take several days for them to adjust and find the feed and all that stuff. However, this morning, we had a whole new herd of visitors show up, and my neighbor's cows got out. We are, which there's a lot of grass here. They can graze. I don't have a problem with them getting out and grazing. I'm not mad at my neighbors by any means, but we don't have fences good enough to hold them here. So after I saw all the pictures on the game camera, I called my neighbor and said, hey, your cows are out. And I actually had an electrician meet me out here. A good friend of mine's an electrician. I gave him the gate code and everything, and he said when he got here, the cows were in the yard of the cabin. So they're close by somewhere. So today's trapping update is going to turn into a cow search and rescue, round them up, herd them up, move them out mission. Well, I'm not seeing the cows anywhere. I know they're here, but with it being close to 100 degrees, middle of the day and sunny, they're probably holed up in the shade somewhere. So I'm going to take my deep cycle battery and go hook up the trap, remove the safety pins, and basically have the trap armed for in case pigs do show up. Still waiting on the owner of the cows to show up, but as tall as the grass is and as thick as the brush is around here right now, it's near impossible to see them unless they're just standing out in the open. When my electrician buddy showed up, that's going to help me do all the wiring for the cabin, when he got here, he said they were just in the yard of the cabin in the shade. Well, they're hiding out in the shade somewhere else now. And about to knock my game camera over. All right, our camera should be on, armed, and ready to go. Well, looky there, the camera is working just fine. I'm watching it on my app through here, so it's got a little bit of a delay. It says we're maybe a 5-10 second delay. Don't have the greatest cell phone service. This thing's got a big antenna on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull the pins, the safety pins, pull the safety cables off, and we'll be armed and ready, and hopefully the pigs show up tonight. All hooked up there. We should be able to just let the weight down onto that. Take these off. Now, this is what's armed on both sides. Our lift cables are coming off. I have to get a little more slack. All right, armed and ready. Just I hope the pigs show up tonight. Looky here, looky here. It's 2 a.m. and I got pigs in the trap. You want to watch me drop in a second? Got them. Pigs in the trap. All dust. 3. Sweet. Guess I know where I'm going in the morning. Well, it's about 7:15 in the morning, and we're just pulling up to the Mill Creek property. As you guys saw, we caught that mama pig and her 2 babies last night. And I loaded up a rifle and everything, was going to come over and put them down this morning. But I texted Josh, my buddy that trapped for me on my place last year, and he said he wants these pigs. So he actually has a permit to transport live feral hogs in the state of Oklahoma. Most people, you can't legally transport a live feral pig, but he has a permit through the state because he sells them to a pig hunting ranch about 30 miles from here. And they sell guided hunts, and people come in, shoot a pig, and then they process it and all that stuff, and people take the meat home. These are feral pigs. It's open season on them. There's very few regulations. The state of Oklahoma and pretty much every state in the country says kill every one of them and get rid of them. We don't care what you do with them, just get them out. So feral pigs and any non-native species is going to compete with your native species for food and shelter and whatever, all, habitat. So our goal is to remove them from the property at all costs, no matter what. And even if that means catching 20 of them, shooting them all and feeding them to the buzzards, that's just part of it. David Ellis traps a ton with this same trap in Mississippi, and I know he feeds a lot of families with those pigs. And I've had a conversation with him about it, and he's got a ton of people. Oh, there goes a coyote. Well, just pulled up to the cabin, and there was literally a coyote standing right here by this little shed. Didn't get a shot at him. I tried. The grass is too tall and couldn't see him. Anyways, David, his big thing's knocking heads and feeding families, and he kills those pigs and feeds them to families that need the meat. And I had a conversation with him about it. Around here, you just pretty much can't give these things away. People aren't just going to come out of the woodwork to take them home. And there's not a local processor that you can just go drop them off at and donate it to. Feral hogs are a little bit different than deer. And so anyways, if it was mine and if it was what I would intend on doing today, it's probably just, like David says, knocking these 3 in the head and feeding the buzzards. But Josh is on his way over, and he's going to take them for me, and then he'll make a little bit of money off of them. So it works out for both of us. Well, gotcha. She's a mean fart too. These 2 little baby pigs would be perfect smoker pigs. Now that's really tempting. I wouldn't mind catching a couple that size, skinning them and smoking them whole. Maybe not in July in the heat of the summer, but we catch a couple this fall, that's probably going to be on the menu. But this big pig trap and the Hog-Eye trail camera or Hog-Eye camera system worked flawlessly last night. As you can see, it's got a jump rail so that, this trap's not but 4 feet tall. So a lot of pigs will be able to jump over that, but having this rail, they try to jump and their head comes in the gap right here. But sucker would get you if she got out. There is no doubt. So Josh is on his way, and I've got the trap set up in a perfect spot where he can back his trailer up to the gate, and we'll see if we can load them out. So if you're in the market for a pig trap, give these guys a call. I'll leave links in the description box to the Big Pig Trap website. They're partnered up with Hog-Eye camera systems. I'll leave all that stuff in the description box. If you're a landowner dealing with feral pigs, this is a way better option than a standard box trap. A box trap where pigs have to go into, trip a wire, and catch themselves. This way, this option helps you catch the entire sounder. We've been watching this sow and her 2 babies for probably a month on just regular game cameras, and I know that that's the whole group. There's one other just lone boar running around here by himself, but right now I know for a fact we caught the entire group, and having the ability to watch that live view camera and drop the trap when they're all in there and calm is a game changer, because pigs are smart. People don't give feral pigs enough credit. These things are incredibly smart animals, and if you just set up a box trap and you got a sounder or a group of 8 or 10 pigs coming in, and 1 or 2 go in and you catch them, the others just learn their lesson and they're not going to go in that trap. And pigs get trap smart really easily. So being able to catch them all at the touch of a button, man, go check them out. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description box. They're a little pricey, but if you're a landowner or a trapper wanting to get rid of some pigs, man, it's a worthwhile investment. Let's go. All right, little guy, it's just you. It's easier to load a wild pig than it is a cow sometimes, isn't it? I mean, they just walk right in there, no big deal. Yeah, Josh, I think she'd make a great pet. You should take her home. Let her hang out with the dogs. Well, off they go, and just like that, caught pigs in our trap for the first time. It feels good to get that first catch under our belt. And I know it's hot right now. It's been blistering 100+ degree temperatures every day. So the pigs aren't moving a lot. And I have a feeling, just based off of where this property is and what's around it, this fall when we start doing a lot of deer hunting, start putting out some deer feeders and possibly putting in some food plots for the deer, we're going to attract pigs from neighboring properties, I have no doubt. So we'll probably be using this a lot in the fall. Like I said, there's just not a lot of pig movement right now. I know for a fact what's going on here. The spillway overflow from our pond here has a pretty good hole of water below it. It stays about 4 or 5 feet deep, and it's not but 100 yards from here. So I know those pigs are using that as a water source. So then they're traveling this timber and staying in the shade, and it'll be pretty much the same scenario this fall. After we start doing some hunting and stuff, we'll see if we bring any more pigs in and continue trapping and removing these feral pigs, because they're terrible, awful species that does not need to be here competing with the deer and everything else. I mean, you ask people about turkeys, and the number of turkeys, wild turkeys around here, has dwindled. They're still here, don't get me wrong, but these feral pigs come in and bust up the turkey nests in the spring, eat all the eggs, and then you don't get a very good hatch. And then when you do get some hatch that are 4, 5, 6 inches tall, I'm sure they eat those suckers too. So they're not good. They're a terrible thing to have in the ecosystem. So we're trying to get rid of them. So anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.